Hello, all you lovely souls who revel in embracing life just as I do. This is Neerja Malik, and you are welcome into my world of I Embrace. And what do we intend to do here? We delve into the many layers and shades of my life, exploring resilience, positivity, strength, and the inherent fun and laughter that lies deep within each of us. Interludes from my own exciting and adventurous journey, my personal battles and victories that have brought forth innumerable lessons in my life. It is these learnings that I place on a golden platter with utmost humility for your personal consumption. My dearest, darling listeners, and what are we going to talk about today? The thing that is closest to my heart, what I discovered in my life, are my treasured jewels. And I put them on a platter for you to embrace. What is the first treasure that I found? It is, it was, and always will be love. Isn't it love that makes the world go round? And let me tell you, the Almighty is omnipotent, omniscient, and all-knowing. And He caused the stars to collide with one another to form a new existence. It is His thought that fructified into my birthing and blooming. Thus I was born through love, into love, as love. I am love. I feel so strongly about this because when two souls, two beings come together in love, then obviously what they make out of that love can be nothing other than love personified. And that is why I feel that each of us, yes, I'm talking about myself, but I feel that each of us thereby comes into earth or onto earth as a soul, as love. My second treasure has always been fun and laughter. People tell me that whatever time they call me up, whether it's in the day, the afternoon, the evening, or even at night, in the dead of night, somehow or the other, they feel the positivity rush from my voice into their beings. And they say that when they talk about me with each other, as was done yesterday, where the Chancellor of the Satyabama University had me over as a TED Talk speaker. And she introduced me to everyone, saying that call up Neerja any time of day or night, and her voice fills you with positivity, and there is invariably laughter. So to come back to it, fun and laughter. We, the mortal beings, are created in the image of God, and therefore it is our birthright to to be joyous, happy, and in a state of continuous bliss, Anandam. And as the gurgling sounds of laughter emanate from the very depths of the souls of innocent children, every moment of our lives can be infused with fun and laughter, if perceived with a sense of eagerly awaited and anticipated adventure and excitement. And tell me something. When we hear the gurgling of laughter of innocent children, springing straight from the very depths of their beings, doesn't the gurgling of the flowing rivulets sound like that? So once again, the elements and the human beings are so bonded, so much together, so like one another. Yes. Thus, our path in the journey of life, which is strewn with myriad happenings, where even rocks can be converted into positive stepping stones, changing the very course of our existence. The third treasure, God. I seek not power nor fame. I long in divine love to sing thy holy name. When one shuts one's eyes and sinks deep into the crevices of one's heart and soul, a gentle flame begins to emanate from the very depths, and it slowly spreads its warmth and illuminates not only oneself, but one's inner space, and gently and gradually encompasses and embraces the entire universe within its glowing light. And don't they say that we were light? We have come from light, and it is back into that light that we disappear, we disperse, we merge and become one with God. Faith. My next treasure is faith. Unshakable faith. Each letter leads to a powerful word which, linked together, explains very deeply my relationship with the Almighty Supreme One. What does faith stand for? F, facing. A, anything. I, in. T, trusting. H, Him. So faith is facing anything in trusting Him. And when we trust, as we do our parents, when we have faith in our parents, don't we surrender completely to them as kids? And what do we do when we look up to someone as supreme as the Almighty Lord? We surrender ourselves in complete faith to that Supreme One who has created not only each and every one of us, but also the very elements. My God, how beautiful it is when we can just put all our troubles at the feet, the lotus feet of the Lord, assured and trusting in the knowledge that whatever He offers us or gives us with is what we take as prasad, what we imbibe, what we absorb, and finally what we live. And when there is God, and I've always had immense belief, trust, faith in God. And when you have that unshakable faith, then what happens? Miracles get created as if only for you. Miracles in anything and everything of a normal, usual day. And you look up into the skies and you say, oh my God, how was it possible? Sweetheart, what do you think miracles are made of? Life unfurls so beautifully when miracles become the stepping stones to confidently overcome adversities and obstacles. And we should know better. With God's grace, I have accepted each and every adversity, every obstacle that came my way, only with unshakable faith and belief that along my path, miracles will abound. Whether it is the birth of my twins, whether it is a podcast, whether it is an experience, whether it is communicating with a bird, whether it is climbing up a tree with such happiness and then looking down and discovering as a child of 6 that you are over a turbulent river. And what do? You just cling to the branch of the tree, knowing that some miracle will happen and you will somehow be saved. Yes. You know, all these miracles teach just one thing. That realization dawns that there is a higher power that has divinely intervened and shown that all was not yet lost and forever gone. At every point there is a fork. मैं इधर जाऊं या उधर जाऊं? Do I take this path or that? There might be a moment where you are held back, confused, wondering what to do. And suddenly some omen, some little inkling of an idea appears, and the path you take is the path that you were meant to take. And that is the miracle. The birth of my children, miracles. What I am, miracles. People around me, miracles. My parents, miracles. I mean, imagine if we were just to live happily and totally blissfully in the knowledge that every second a miracle unfurls before our very eyes. And guess what? Death is also one of my treasures. And you would say, death? Now, isn't that being negative? Nay, not at all. Because death can be looked at in so many ways. It could be the death of this garment, this body of mine, but the release of the soul to go into higher, better versions of itself, to learn lessons. It could be death of the ego that releases me from the shackles that hold me down in this human life of mine. Every day dies, and there is a new beginning. Every year dies. Every minute dies. Every second dies. Only to be born again. And what is life except the cycle of birth and death? So death, when something blooms, It has to die. And when something dies, it has to bloom again. Life, they say, is a cycle of being born, dying, and being born yet again. And as I said, the body is but a garment for this inner being that travels from realm to realm, fulfilling its divine purpose of learning the highest lessons, and after becoming all-knowing, to ultimately merge into that light that is God. Acceptance. Death teaches us acceptance. We might fight, we might fume, we might fret, we might fear, but when there is absolute and total acceptance of a situation that one is faced with, a feeling of sheer peace and quiet descends, washing away the uncertainties and turmoil that could niggle like constantly churning and turning worms in one's mind. But neither are you tormented by the demons that rise from the bottommost pit of despair, or the uncertainties that harrowed us, draining and debilitating us. Somehow or the other, you come to terms, and what is, as it is, and where it is, in a beautifully acceptable and graceful manner. In my book, I inspire. My 8th treasure was parenting. It is so beautiful that a palpable part of us, in whatever permutation or combination, actually creates an entire new human being. In my life, it seems that being a Gemini, it necessarily meant not one, but two. My life turned inside out and upside down as I, like the proverbial protective mother hen, gathered all my forces in ensuring that I offered my little chicklets all I could. I strove to instill in them all my inner treasures, in making them loving, sensitive, caring, concerned, curious, inquisitive, happy-go-lucky, healthy, respectful, empathetic, and spiritually inclined human beings. And as the efforts of parenting grew, as did my twins, I realized that at the bottom of everything in my life was a deeply embedded attitude of gratitude. That forms the very crux of our existence. Imagine all the things that we have, more than we don't. And if we could just focus on what there is and what I am and what is around me, rather than what is not, what a beautifully fulfilling and complete existence it is and can be. An attitude of gratitude brings about so many blessings. And it is gratitude towards who? Towards what? Our very Creator, who has created us, and the planet, and the mountains and the rivers and the sky and the sun and the moon and each of us and the animals and the vegetation. Created it with such precise and tip-top expertise. There has to be a grander, huger person or being that controls everything, day and night, seasons one into the other, birth, fructifying, growing, aging, dying, reborn. Who keeps these calendars? Meticulously, who formulates these plans, and how do they, eon after eon, carry on being with such precision and wonderment? It takes my breath away. One wakes up in the morning and the first thought is, wow, I'm alive. One sees everything around and says, wow, look at the things that have been showered on me, gifted upon me by the one above. One looks out of the window and sees the leaves dancing in the breeze. One hears people talking, dogs barking, birds chirping. There are a million things that we need to be grateful for. And imagine every moment going from one feeling of gratitude, flowing into another seamlessly, without stopping. How blissfully beautiful is that? And once we have this attitude of gratitude, it just converts everything into such fantastic positivity that nothing other than your attracting more positivity, more happiness, more blessings, and therefore more gratitude into your very existence, into your very life. And then, when one is grateful, what happens? You are open, you are receptive to the blessings of the whole universe. Abundance. Abundance in every which way. Abundance, the word, gently holds my hand and leads me down a path where I visualize my heart overflowing and bursting with feelings of an expanding joy that spreads wave after wave like a tsunami, literally consuming the entire world and making me feel whole and complete. And when there is abundance, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? Which comes first, gratitude or abundance? Is it that you are abundantly fulfilled, which is why there is gratitude? Or is it that you are so grateful for everything that has made its way into your lovely little existence that it fills you with abundance? Which comes first, the chicken or the egg? The gratitude or the abundance? And then, when there is abundance, the one thing that one can do is to live in the now. And that is so blissful, being present in every second, in every moment of your lifespan. It doesn't come easy. It doesn't come just like that. It comes bit by bit with awakened awareness that it is not the past nor the future that we can live in. It is each and every moment. And if I am present in each and every moment, then how alive am I? And automatically my past and my future is taken care of. These are thoughts, these are ideas, these are momentous things to decide and to realize that when you live in the now, you are alive, well, and kicking. So, at the end of these beautiful words that I always feel are channeled through me for my benefit, because while they are being spoken, I am thinking about them. I am digesting them. And of course, for your benefit. And we are one, we are always one, in thought, in connection, one with God, and therefore one with each other. And until the next time we meet, God's love and blessings on each and every one tapping in to this conversation with the one above. God bless. And God is great. I Embrace isn't just about my journey of conquering cancer. It's about embracing life in all its entanglement and beauty. Remember, in this journey of life, you are never alone. And I need to thank you for becoming a part of this inspiring journey. Thank you for joining me today on I Embrace, and my heartfelt wishes. Stay resilient, stay positive, and most importantly, keep embracing life in all its glory.